Xilai was one of China's fastest rising leaders. Now, he's enmeshed in a soap opera style trial with allegations of trying to cover up his wife's murder of a British businessman. But it's the way the trial has been conducted and covered in China's media that has some people noting a shift in their legendarily secretive and really dubious courts. Our man in Beijing is William Wan. He joins us by Skype. William, good to see you. I want to spend most of our time talking about what this may, in a larger way, tell us about China's judicial system. But first, as simply and as quickly as you can, try to explain this very complicated trial.
Sure. That's a tough question. There's been so many twists and turns in this trial. It's ostensibly the charges are bribery, corruption, abuse of power. But it's just been a crazy trial of the century, sensational kind of thing. There's amounts of luxury goods that these guys have been bribed with in the party. Everything from real estate in Cannes, France, to weird African mystery meat that's been brought in from a rare animal. There's been kind of like sex, affairs, murder, all of it kind of thrown into this one package trial. Yeah.
And part of what's interesting is these Chinese trials are usually almost entirely closed, and they're usually quite quick. And this one has been more open and more lengthy than what we normally see in China. And what does that tell us about possible larger shifts in the way the Chinese courts might work?
Yeah, a lot of people watching this trial and trying to figure out if it means something for the long term of the legal system. In China, you know, they have a 99% conviction rate in criminal proceedings, which is
very good prosecutors.
That or, you know, something else.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, usually they go into the trials with kind of a very good idea of what you're going to receive. And also they're short. They're, you know, some are just hours. And so this thing dragging out for 5 days, and in a way, the most interesting thing is the way they've opened it up. That this is ostensibly transparent because they're live blogging all the court proceedings, but doing live blogging and being transparent in a very tightly censored way, which is kind of a paradox. You have these court transcripts coming out every few hours from the court, but you know, people have noted real omissions, inconsistencies. And so they're able to use these court transcripts to show the trial, but do it in a very, very selective way.
Who's doing the blogging?
You know, nobody knows the exact person. It's party officials, people who run the court. You know, there's even some who suspect some of the transcript is done ahead of time and has been, because I mean, they're coming up pretty fast. You must have a crazy typist there. But, you know, it's basically the intermediate court is putting out, they set up kind of essentially a Facebook type account, a Twitter account in the Chinese system called Weibo. And they're basically just pushing up posts every few hours on it.
As a reporter, what's your access to the trial, if any?
Zero, basically. As a foreign reporter, zero access. They have a few reporters who are working for heavily party-controlled party organs like Xinhua News Agency, CCTV. There's supposed to be a total, I think it's 16 journalists from government-controlled media, the only people trusted in there because, you know, they have limits on what they can say. They basically say what the government will tell them to say.
Yeah, so I mean, I guess the question is why? They've never seen the need to do this until now, so why do this now? Is it creating an atmosphere where people are saying, yes, we want more of this? Like, there should be more transparency in all trials?
I mean, there's several things happening, and that's the reason they're doing it. One is this demand for openness, transparency in this new administration. But the other is it's just an elegant solution to several levels of problems. Xilai was on his way to becoming a very, very powerful figure. He still has allies in the party. So you have to give him a way to defend himself in front of his peers and to satisfy the faction that still supports him within the party. So that's one part. The other part is the public itself demanding transparency. And it's just a way to sell your administration as this is something new, this is sophisticated. And so, in theory, it's really exciting and amazing that they're doing this. But the way they're doing it follows all the, old principles of control, 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 and top-down kind of decisions.
Okay, William, fascinating stuff. Thanks so much for staying up with us.
All right, appreciate it.